What's up, what's up, what's up, my fellow creators? Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. Thank you for joining me for a moment in Becky's House of Cards. Today we are going down the rabbit hole with what is being destroyed during this full moon in Taurus, right? And there's a lot that goes in with that. I'm not going to go too deep into it, otherwise this intro might get really long. But this actual full moon is about releasing old patterns. It's about destroying the things that are no longer serving us. There is also an air of destruction around potential injury and all those things. So I'm just sending out prayers that you guys pay attention, keep yourselves aware, and allow yourselves to be intuitive in this time, because I think sometimes we get a little bit crazy around the full moon because of everybody else's energy. And it's hard for us to really determine what it is that we're doing with our own lives. So during the full moon, it's not a bad idea to stick to yourself, especially with this full moon, because there's a lot of transformation coming in. So we are doing a pick a pile today. I'm going to do 3 groups. I already have my things picked out here. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. We've got the Tower, or the House of God, and we have the World card. Okay, set those up here. All right, and before we get into it, I do just want to thank you to all of my OGs, my new Gs, and anybody that comes on my videos and allows me your most precious asset, your time. It is truly an honor being here, giving you guys these messages. And as always, my prayer is that they fall upon your heart in such a way that reminds you to take back your power by using your intuition and your discernment and making the best decisions for your highest path in this now moment. And like, share, and subscribe to my channel. That way you guys always know when the next video does go live. I am doing live readings as well too. So if you guys, make sure you check that notification bell, so that way you guys get notified when I'm doing a live, because when you guys connect with me on the live, it is easier for me to connect with your energy directly. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel in any which way, that is all going to be down in the description box down below. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, that too is down in the description box down below. Yeah, I believe that's it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, yeah, let's see what's going on, Source. What's happening for the collective? What's being destroyed? What obstacles are being removed during this full moon in Taurus? What obstacles are being removed for this full moon in Taurus, Source? How can we help out the collective? Pick a card, piles 1, 2, and 3. What obstacles are being destroyed during this full moon in Taurus? What's coming down around the collective? What do they need to know about? How can we keep them informed on what may be coming up in the next few days with this full moon in Taurus? What messages do you have for the collective, Source? How can we help them out? Okay, thank you, Source. What is being destroyed during this full moon in Taurus? A lot of destructive energy coming through, guys. A lot of transformational energy. So for pile 1, what messages do they need for pile 1 for this full moon in Taurus? Source, what messages do they need? Okay, they want this one. Thank you. Okay, messages for pile number 2. Whoa, thank you. Okay. Messages for pile number 3 for this full moon in Taurus. What is being destroyed? Okay, so you guys got 2 cards. Okay, what else for pile number 1? What is being destroyed for pile number 1 during this Taurus full moon? Thank you. Okay, other messages for pile number 2. What is being destroyed for this Taurus full moon? Okay, those want to come out. Thank you, Source. Okay. Pile number 3. What else is being destroyed during this Taurus full moon? Thank you, Source. Okay, pile 1. What is being destroyed during this full moon in Taurus for pile number 1? What else do they need to know about, Source? Okay. Pile number 1. What else do they need to know, Source? What is being destroyed during this Taurus full moon? Thank you. Okay. And as always, for those of you guys that watch the shuffle, you guys know by now that I do mini readings before we get into it. So I'm sorry that these are a little bit off camera there, but we'll just deal So what do we got on the bottom? Okay, so we have the 9 of Coins, the Wheel of Fortune reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, and the 6 of Wands upright with Strength. Okay, yeah, so what's happening here is you guys are actually realizing that you've had bad luck with relationships. This could be family, friendships, any kind of relationship, right? Like, we're not limiting this to just love. But it's been one-sided, and there's been a lot of mistrust that's happened. And I think that people have broken your trust, and people have used you and abused you, thrown you away, tossed you aside like trash. And you're coming up into this very confident place. It's like being confident with being alone and working on what you need to work on and doing what needs to be done for yourself, because it's like focusing on trying to connect with people right now is not necessarily the best use of your energy. And it's interesting because there's 1111 coming out here, and I feel like you're realizing that you have to walk through the door first, right? You have to walk through the door and overcome devilish energy. You have to go through and figure out when, like, why you're dealing with a lot of toxicity in your life, why you're dealing with a lot of toxic people. And it's because of this that Source is bringing some luxury into your life. Now, that could be money, it could be success, it could be anything. But at the end of the day, there's something else that's coming in that's going to help you step up into this 9 of Coins energy so that you can really heal this aspect about yourself of feeling like you need to rely on someone else to help you out in life, or rely on someone else to give you what it is that you might be lacking within. And you're going to find a new sense of purpose and a new sense of strength and a new sense of will of going is what I'm hearing. It's like the will to keep moving, the will to do what's right, the will to focus on self. So I am hearing right now that it is imperative that you work on the sacral chakra. This is very, very important for you guys. Also making sure that you're grounding yourself and not being afraid to find balance with yourself. So like when you guys feel tired, you know, go rest. If you guys feel like you have a lot of energy, then go and put that energy to good use. Like this is really, really about coming into a space of listening to your guys' body and not allowing things to really determine how you are in this now moment. Like outside sources determine how you are in this moment. It may feel like you're making steps backwards, but in reality, you're actually overstepping something that has plagued you for a very long time. And it's going to be healed because of you coming into a space of being independent and confident with yourself. And that's really powerful in this time, because I think for a long time you've given your power away to other circumstances, to situations outside of yourself. And not anymore. Like, not anymore. Now you're like, nope, I'm going to focus on what I want instead of focusing on what other people can necessarily bring to me, because what people have to bring is kind of, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's not matching you on any one way, shape, or form. It's like, here you are, this beautiful, confident, sexy individual that people like are just like they're just falling over. But this is the energy that everybody brings. And so you're just basically like blocking yourself off. You're like, look, if you guys can't step up, what is it? It's like step up or step off. That's what I keep hearing. Step up or step off. And so that's the energy that you guys are bringing in right now. It's like, nope, and I'm not settling anymore. And that's a good energy to be in. That's really powerful for you. So for the meaning reading for you guys that watch that, what's transforming or what's being destroyed for you is this belief that everybody is one-sided love, or that everybody is going to break your heart. This is being destroyed because you're coming into a place of learning how to truly love and embody your own energy. And that's what's going to bring you into vibration so that you can meet the person or the people who are meant to be in your life, i.e. your soul tribe, right? Whoever that is. And so this is people who are going to collaborate with you and people who are going to help build with you on a stable level too, emotionally, physically, mentally, all these things, right? Spiritually. So for pile number 1, we have the Wheel of Fortune. For pile number 2, we have the House of God. And for pile number 3, we have the World card. Okay, so take a deep breath, ask your question, what is being destroyed and transforming for me during this Taurus full moon? And when you come back, it's either pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, whichever one it is that you're drawn to, that should be the pile for you, keeping in mind that these are general readings. Okay, if you guys need more time, please pause the video. And I'm going to go ahead and move these out of the way. And move on to pile number 1 for those of you that chose the Wheel of Fortune. This is your reading. Okay, Source, what is being transformed and what is being destroyed for pile number 1 during this Taurus full moon? Okay, so we have the Emperor in the reverse. Wow. We have the Fool reversed. Wow, guys. We have the Judgment card reversed. What's being destroyed? Okay, so there's 2 scenarios coming through here. The first scenario is that you guys have maybe been kind of hectic in control of your lives, trying to control every aspect of your life, trying to control everything that's going on in your life. And because of this, you're not able to look at any opportunity as what it is, an opportunity. And this has kind of been a addiction for you guys, okay? So that is one story here. Now, the other story does kind of play into that, but it is somebody that's in your life that's very controlling, that's keeping you in a state of confusion, that's keeping you in a place of upset, that's keeping you in a place of not feeling like you're worthy of what it is that you have in your life. And you're realizing that you have an addiction now. This kind of goes hand in hand. If you guys do watch the shuffles, you guys know by now that I do mini readings in the beginning, and this definitely falls hand in hand with the mini reading that I did in the beginning. There's an addiction here to love, but it's been one-sided love, and you're realizing that it's not working out for you. It's almost like being disconnected from your mind and your body and your soul, and all of those 3 things wanting something different along the way and wondering like what the hell is going on. And so right now what's being destroyed is the imbalance in your life, and that could be from within. Honestly, I feel like that's from within. And there's this energy around you right now where you feel, pile 1, like you've missed a lot of opportunities, and Source is saying no, like this had to happen this way. There's something that came into your life that forced you to look at yourself, and it forced you to look at yourself in not a very pretty way, right? And with the full moon, you know, we've got those emotional needs coming out, the need to nurture yourself, to nurture others. But if you're spending so much time nurturing others, now it's about nurturing yourself. With Taurus energy, you have this, you know, trust in the situation and the divine source, having patience with yourself and with others, and being sensual towards that, which is just nourishing those aspects of yourself that maybe you don't want to acknowledge. And so what's coming out here is that you guys are finding the conflict within yourself, finding the conflict in yourself. And what's being destroyed is this addiction that you guys have. And that could be to want another person in your life, or to relationships in general. Let's get some clarifying cards. May I please have a clarifying card for this Emperor? Thank you. So you guys could be dealing with an Aries, but yeah, manipulative energy. So either you guys have had manipulation in your life, or you guys have had to come up into a space of manipulation. Look at this. Yeah, it's like leaving behind what society thinks that you should be, and actually truly taking and stepping into your power, and not accepting anything less, right? Not accepting anything less than what you're worth. So there's definitely that, but then there's also this energy of realizing that you may have been the one that was instigating this energy, and you gained clarity on that. And so now it's giving you an opportunity to step up into your divine energy. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. This is like, and it's hard. I think that's a hard pill for us to swallow, but it's like sometimes we have to heal all those other wounds where other people have hurt us, to come into a space where we're open enough to see where we were hurting ourselves, right? And so this is like that energy of really coming into a space of understanding and acknowledging what it is that you've brought into your life and fully taking accountability for that energy. It's like being defensive of both the past and the future, and source actually bringing you into a space of being here in this present moment and dealing with emotions and upsets that you guys were afraid to deal with before. May I please get a clarifying card for this full card? May I please have a clarifier? Thank you. Yeah. And source offering up a new passionate beginning. This is something that's fresh on your mind. This is a new inspiration that's bringing you strength, and it's going to change the way you see the world, and it's going to change the connections that you bring into your life. You have 1111 right here. Again, doing what you know you need to do, even if you don't feel like doing it, it's still taking a step towards your happiness in the right place. It's like, even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, even if you feel like this is all you've been fighting with your whole journey, it's like, why have you been fighting with it? Because it's like coming into a place of allowing yourself to let go of control of the outcome, and more coming into a space of being here and now, and realizing that the demons that you're fighting in the outside world are truly the demons trying to be expressed from within. And that's been really hard for you during this journey. Now, with a lot of wands energy coming up, a lot of fire energy here, right? You guys could be dealing with the fact that maybe you have a sex addiction, or you guys have a treatment addiction. So that's being treated a certain way, right? Inviting narcissists into your life. And then in turn, it's like, with this judgment reverse, it's like, this is what's being destroyed, is this belief, right? So I want you guys to understand, this is a belief that you have within you. It's like feeling like you always have to deal with this and you're never going to heal from it. And all of a sudden it gets destroyed. And why does it get destroyed? Because something happened. Like, I don't know what that something was. It's going to be different from everybody. But I think what happened is that there's another person that came in and triggered you in a way that made you really just stop and look at yourself. And now it's like you feel like, damn, like this, like taking the first step in a 1,000-step journey, or in a 1,000-mile journey. It's like you just really feel unsure about moving forward, but you know you have to move forward. And like, again, I'm getting the sense that you really feel like you guys missed an opportunity here, but it was actually every event. It was like a series of unfortunate events that led you to this moment so that you could grow and benefit from it. May I please get a clarifying card for this judgment? May I please have a clarifying card for judgment, source? May I please have a clarifying card for judgment? May I please have a clarifying card for judgment? May I please have it? Thank you. Look at that. I can't with you all. We've got the Emperor coming out, and it came out in the reverse this time, and we saw it in the upright on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you guys, oh, guys, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, you guys are letting go of distractions. I think that that's been the problem all along. You guys have had a lot of distractions, and with this Lover's card here underneath this, and this is Taurus energy, right? This is Taurus energy we have coming out on the bottom of the deck. It's like you're letting go of distractions, things that are keeping you from seeing yourself in the highest light and love vibration. And now you're choosing, and you have the choice to go back into the past, into this crazy energy, or you have a choice to go into the future. And that's, the future is to choose yourself, which it's not really the future. It's this now moment, right? Because when this Knight of Coins is in the upright, it's talking about taking strides and steps towards things that are serving your purpose, not everybody else's, but your purpose. It's like finding your truth and being abundant in approaching your truth, and you're acknowledging yourself. But when it's in the reverse, it's like you're realizing there's a lot of distractions in your life. And again, I keep getting this feeling that it's somebody or some other people that are in your, like, there's a lot of people out here on the board. And I feel like this is your energy here, this Page of Wands, but it's very like novice energy, like very beginner, very at the start of a long journey. And you're scared, but see how you're blocking yourself from future situations now of people who want to come in trying to control you. Like, they can't see you, right? This person can't see you, even though you might be looking at them and you wanted to start a beginning with them. Like, you wanted something to work out for them. What you realized in the end is this person was tricking you and using very clever manipulation to get what they want from you. And you realize that early on. Right? And that was that realization that helped you come into a space of understanding what it was that you wanted. But it took a long time. I think like it took a long time for you to get here. And it's like you've been waiting for the right moment to take action, but it was like, I think what happened is that you realize there is no right moment. The right moment is now. And so with this Lovers coming up, yes, I know we talk about, oh, the Lovers is about lovers, but this talks about healing the mother wound, right? When it's in the upright, you're healing that wound within the divine feminine within you, which is so necessary for creation. And once you've healed that, right, you're able to make a decision. But the decision is are you going to overcome the distractions that have come into your life? And Source saying, what are the distractions? Well, you started with the Emperor in reverse and you end with the Emperor in reverse. I can't make this up. This is Aries energy right here. Whenever I do Aries reading, and those of you know I put the energy out on the table, it's always the Queen of Wands with the Emperor. That's Aries energy right there. So this is very much refusing to start something new because of being afraid. Because you don't feel like you have the potential to do this. You don't feel like you're strong enough. You don't feel like you have the talent, the skill, the gift. But Source is saying, like, you have to choose yourself this time around in order for you to understand what the gift is. And with the Lovers here, it's a huge spiritual development for you. So it could be very subtle. This could be like come in like a bang. Either way, this is going to be a huge spiritual development for you, but you have to be willing to let go of those things that aren't serving you and the things that are creating a lot of conflict in your life, right? I feel like having to do with romantic endeavors. This is definitely the energy that I'm getting. There's so much wand energy out here. It's like passion. This is not love, okay? What gets you distracted is the potential of a passionate partner, somebody who's going to lay down with you, make you feel all kinds of ways in bed, right? And that's nothing wrong, pile one. Like that's human nature to want that. But you're realizing that this want or this egoic need that's coming up is not serving you. And so it's like you're kind of putting that on hold and saying, what do I want from my life? And so what's being destroyed is this belief that you have to always be in a situation with people who are liars, cheats, they steal from you, people who don't respect you, and people who put you in very precarious positions. Yeah, you're finding your freedom of soul. Look at this. We have the soul butterfly and freedom horse on the bottom. 28, which is 10, and 24, which is 6. You're finding balance and completing a cycle. What is the cycle bringing you to? What your soul purpose is. And I think that's going to create a different kind of air around you where all of a sudden people are going to be more attracted to you because you're doing something that serves all of humanity, but you're also doing something that, even though it scares you, it's serving you. Does that make sense? Yeah. You have 26, which is 8. Isn't that funny? We had 6, 8, and 10 coming out together. So it's like you guys are like skipping things. Like it's like when you do this, you don't have to go through each step. It's like you realize that you need to make this choice no matter how scary it is. You have to go forward so that you can block yourself from this energy. And it's like as you make that choice, you're realizing, oh, this is what my soul's been wanting all along, to be free, even though it scares me. And look at all this white. White talking about purity, connection with the divine, right? Blue talking about finding your truth. The butterfly is the sign of transformation, right? So it's like you're transforming into this connection with the divine and realizing that you have a gift that people admire. And not just admire, but that people like benefit from and they heal from. And that I think has been really scary for you. And that this is something that your ancestors have carried for generations with ancestors and polar bear. It's like this is something that your ancestors have dealt with, but also what your ancestors have dealt with is this belief. It's like you guys are healing a deep wound within your family bloodline that has plagued your family for many generations. And now you're realizing that my gift, like, it's like, look at how he's standing here, right? It's almost like he's ready for battle, but it's like, rather, it's like, I'm just going to be who I am no matter what. I'm going to open myself up. This is what I keep feeling, like an opening up to who you are, even if you feel like you have to live alone for a while or you have to be alone for a while. It's like, you're realizing that it doesn't matter what other people say about you. You're ending karmic cycles. You're ending situations that are no longer serving you. You're ending connections that maybe have kept you in a place of stagnancy, right? because you deserve something better. You deserve something that is serving you and not just pleasing other people. And yeah, maybe you guys could be people pleasers, but what I'm getting here is that these are people who are very overbearing, right? These are people who are very forward about the way that they approach you and the way that they make you feel, because they're used to making you feel a certain way. And what you're overcoming is this, letting those people treat you that way. It's like, if this person, I'm not saying you're mean or anything like that, but it's like when this, whoever these people are, right? There's a lot of people here. This could be one person. It could be a whole bunch of people. We don't know. Everybody's situation is different. This is not a personal reading. But what's going on is that it's like, whoever these people are, whoever this is, when they act up or act out, you're just like basically like, okay, bye. I'm going to go do me now. I'm going to go focus on me now. Okay, bye. You know, and this person, these people, they're not used to you doing that. But look at how they're like, they're looking towards the past and they're looking towards the future. They're like, oh, basically, pile one, you're going to be exactly like you've been in the past and your future's not going to change. And here you are in this present moment, like, you know what? Screw you. Want to bet? Yeah, Source saying dance, celebrate yourself. Why? Because you're unfolding. You're unfolding, and this full moon in Taurus is a huge wake-up call. We have the moon up here with all this watery emotion. It's like you guys are realizing something deep about yourself that maybe you didn't want to admit before. And it's like realizing this, you're actually able to heal a huge part within yourself and change your perspective. This is so beautiful. You guys are finding your own light in the darkness. You guys are finding your own light in the darkness and finding a way out. Again, we have crown chakra energy coming here. Crown chakra energy coming in here. It's like you guys are learning how to connect to a much higher vibration. And not only with that vibration, you guys are learning how to navigate your own inner gifts, right? It's like Source is like, everything comes in time. And so maybe you guys knew you've had this gift for a while, but you just have been afraid to develop it. Like, that's definitely an energy that I'm getting here. And it's in being afraid of developing that you had to overcome certain areas of your life that have been holding you back. Things that you've seen in the wrong way. Like believing that these people had control over you because you felt... So I don't want to say immature, but you felt sophomoric compared to everybody else. Like it's really, you're like, basically if this is your parents coming at you or your grandparents or your aunties and uncles, it's like you always feel like the baby, you know? Like, who am I? And that's what Source is saying. You're like in this prime place right now that you can really outshine anything that's happened in your life. So we have Zelda Fitzgerald coming out on the bottom. She says, you'll only be bored if you're boring. And I think that's what Source is saying. Like, you're afraid that nobody's going to understand or accept your gift. But the truth is that you're the only one that's been standing in the way of that. Says life always needs a little drama and lots of dancing. So why do we have dancing coming out twice here? Because it's important for you guys to dance. I feel like even if you don't dance, just turn on your favorite songs. Look at these necklaces. Look at how they're mirroring each other. Look at that. Look at how they're holding their arms the exact same way. Wow, let me get that in frame so you guys can see this. Right? I've never actually noticed that before. I don't think these two cards have ever come out together before. Look, it's just like she's looking at the camera and she's looking away. The point is that they're both doing very similar actions here. It's like dance is so important for you guys. You guys could have Sagittarius energy, I just heard. So Sagittarians are very active. We have think only of today. Why worry about tomorrow? What did I say? This person's thinking about the past. They're thinking about the future. They're like, oh, you'll never change because you're going to be just like you were in the past. But what did I say? You're the one that's here in this present moment. You're the one that's taking times for yourself. And then we have Jay-Z coming out. Jay-Z says avoid one-off deals or else make sure they're really worth it. And I feel like this is that one-off deal. It's like you've been keep showing up and you're like, oh, maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll change. Maybe they'll change. And they never do. And you're realizing, well, it's not worth it because they're never going to change. It says the right partner is the one who can match you and then some. And that if this is a lover, like you're realizing like, yeah, maybe you are a page right now, right? But you're not going to be a page forever. You move on to the knight, the queen, and the king, and then eventually the emperor and the empress. It's like you move up. Eventually you're going to move up. And yeah, you may feel like a page right now, and you may feel like these people have experience on you, but look at the reality of the situation. they're not standing in power. They're standing in illusion. So these people don't have power over you. They don't have more experience than you because they're not open to that experience, and you are. Even if you're in page energy, that doesn't matter. It says, who's going to help you run this town tonight? Well, I'm just going to say I don't think it's these people. And I think Source is just pointing it out that, like, when you let go of these connections, that you're going to open yourself up to soul family coming in. People who want you to succeed, you know? So there's this energy of these people, they don't want you to succeed. Because if you succeed, then that really paints the picture for them, right? So we have number 2 coming out. Like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. Exactly. Look at how she's like holding herself. It just keeps getting smaller and smaller. And I feel like this is, again, coming back into an energy. You guys are truly finding a place of balance within yourself. You know, with number 2, we talk about dualities, right? And the duality of a situation is saying that without the good, there cannot be, like, without the bad, there cannot be good, right? No, Source, that's too many. I'm sorry. Sorry, guys, my cards are all... Okay, I think that's right. I don't know what happened. Whatever. But the duality is without lightning, there cannot be thunder. Without good, there cannot be bad. Without bad, there cannot be good. And so it's like you're learning not to see the dualistic nature of the situation. Much rather, you guys are coming into a place of understanding. This one wants to come out. You guys are coming into a place of understanding that sometimes just no one's going to change, right? Like they're just not going to change. So I'm going to get some ghetto messages from the ghetto deck, and then we'll get some from the ghetto bag, and we'll leave it at that. But yeah, you guys are coming into a Glamorama phase where you're being a hard worker, focusing on self. Gucci Ruby shoes. This is all about what you want in life. What do you want? And a whole caker, do what you want, baby. It don't matter. If you guys want to go and get a cake and eat it all to yourself and not feel guilty about it, then don't feel guilty about it, right? That's part of life. Part of living is to enjoy it. We have find the grace to leave what's not meant for you. These all popped out together, guys. So yeah, like you're leaving behind this old cycle. This is what's being destroyed. What's coming in is the fact that you're coming into a place of hard working, being there for yourself. We have let go of who you think it should be and open up to the possibility of who it could be. Yeah, so this could be, like I said, for some of you guys, this is a lover, and you're changing your perspective on the fact that no matter how I have this connection with this person, if they're toxic, they're toxic. Like, you can't change that. There's nothing you can do to change the fact that this person's toxic. You can only work on yourself. Here's Source coming in. Thank you for choosing to overcome your struggles. Love, Source. Source is so proud of you guys. Like, even though it might not feel like it, Source is just super proud of you guys and super glad of where you've come, because you've chosen to take the journey that so many people deny. And then I feel like this is this person. They said, I never wanted to hurt you, yet I did. Can you ever forgive me? And honestly, guys, like without forgiveness, you guys won't heal. And so it's important for you to forgive them no matter how harsh the situation was. And that's what's going to bring you peace within yourself. On the bottom, we have you shine like a diamond the more you focus on yourself. Guys, I can't make this stuff up. Like Source kept throwing out that pile. It was the same pile kept coming out when I was shuffling. It was funny. It's the same 5 cards. I was like, okay, whatever. So let's get some messages from the ghetto bags first. Okay. Let go. Sorry, guys. Is this 2 messages or 1? No, that's 1. Okay. Okay, well, that one fell out, so we're going to leave it there. What do we have? Complete the cycle. Yeah. You guys are closing out a cycle for good. Like, this is it. You guys are letting it go. And when you guys let it go, it's like your ancestral line will no longer have to face this. They'll no longer have to fight with this. Be bold and take a risk. And I feel like this is with that inspiration. Like, you guys have a gift. You guys have something that Source is trying to open you up to, and you guys don't feel like you're worthy enough, but it's just because you're not taking a risk to just try it. Like, sometimes it's like riding a bike. You know, when you were a kid and you started riding a bike and they took the training wheels off, didn't you fall down a couple times? Yeah, of course, because you didn't know how to balance. But then eventually you got your balance. Okay, now you got really good at balance, and now you can ride with one hand off the handlebars, and now you can ride with both hands off the handlebars. You see what I'm saying? Like, it just takes time. So we have don't put off until tomorrow what need be done today. Exactly. Like you guys are fighting it. You're resisting this change. You guys are resisting this need to step up into this new passionate beginning. It's okay. Source is just saying, like, just whatever little bit you can put towards it, even if it's 5 minutes, you're going to see a noticeable difference, because this is not just, what is it? This is not just chance. This is something that you've done before in many previous lifetimes. Okay. The steps to change are simple, but they aren't easy. Exactly. Like, this is everything that you need to do is simple, but nobody said it was going to be easy. Letting go of these people who have been around for so long, these people that you care about, obviously you care about. If you didn't care about them, you wouldn't stick around. Like, you know, the hardest thing sometimes about being an empath is we fall in love with the higher self of a person. And in falling in love with the higher self of a person, we oftentimes will allow ourselves to be blinded to the red flags that are being present in the 3D realm. And so this is like Source saying, like, it's okay to let go. It's okay to just be in a space of forgiveness. And it's okay for you guys to really open up to what's new. Because again, if you guys didn't, you wouldn't stick around if it wasn't, you know, for love. So just coming into that understanding that you guys have a chance to change your life, but you can't be afraid of the gift that you've been given. Okay, you can't be afraid of that gift. And I think that you've been afraid of this gift, and the more you freak yourself out about the gift, the harder it is to acknowledge it and accept it. And that's okay. Like, I split the deck and we have faith coming out on the bottom. Exactly. Trust your faith in this situation. Like, Source has got you. Like, it may be scary, right? It may be scary, but we have Hangman energy with the number 12 coming out here again with perspective. Hangman energy, right? It's like you guys are coming into this space of realizing that you have to put yourself first. If you don't put yourself first, you're going to keep repeating these bad cycles. And I mean, maybe bad is the wrong word for it. It's just not serving you. These cycles aren't serving you, because the only reason we repeat a cycle is because we're not ready to let it go yet. And if you're not ready to let it go yet, that's fine. That's fine. It's not, like, again, like I said, bad is not necessarily the right word. Because some people just aren't. Like, they're just not ready to let go. They're too scared. They're too afraid to move on. But for those of you that clicked on this, I feel like you guys are definitely ready to make that change. You just have to be willing to show up and do even just a little bit every day. Even if it's just, you know, one thing here, one thing there, 5 minutes here and 5 minutes there. It doesn't matter. You guys have an opportunity to change your life. And it's going to be with this new inspiration, and it's going to be with letting go of what people think. It's going to be letting go of what people say. It's going to be letting go of other people in general, because Source is like basically saying, like, it's you and me, baby. Right? That's it. It's you and me. Like, we have a lot of winter energy coming through. So I feel like this winter could very well be a changing point for you guys. You know, we're still in fall. While we're reading this, we're still in fall. We still got another month left in fall energy, because winter doesn't come until December 23rd, right? And so it's like you guys are in a place of really figuring out how to let go of those inner deeper cycles. And it's like, I feel like when winter comes, you guys are going to come into a place of real balance within yourself and not be afraid of who you are any longer. Not being okay with distractions. Like, I really feel like you guys are destroying the fact of being okay with distractions. Like, this is interesting. I shuffle the cards and this is how it played out. I split the deck. We had the Emperor and the Empress come out. So yeah, you guys are inviting something into your lives. This could be another party, a person, but this could actually just be the balancing out of those masculine and feminine energies within yourself. Like, not relying too much on one or the other, you know. When you get into an energy of chasing people, that's relying too much on the feminine energy and not coming into the masculine energy, which is, as odd as that sounds, right? It sounds so odd. But the masculine oftentimes won't chase a woman, even though that's their duty, right? It's just imbalanced feminine energy. And so being in that imbalanced feminine energy is sometimes what overtakes us as people. And so you guys are definitely coming into a balanced state. You guys are coming into a free state. You guys are learning how to bring in financial success to yourselves. And you know, I feel like you need to give yourselves a round of applause. You know, dance didn't come out for no reason. Also with the Fitzgerald card did not come out for no reason, guys. They want you to celebrate your success. They want you to celebrate how far you've come. I feel like if you compare where you are today to where you were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, you're going to see a significant difference. And it's not about, well, I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. No, it's like you're always going to be a work in progress. And that's something to celebrate, because it means that there's always room to get better. But it also means that you've gotten better already to this point. And that's what they want you to focus on, is how much you've already changed up till this point. Okay. Oh, that was a beautiful reading, pile one. I hope it helps. Always remember to use your discernment and your intuition when it comes to listening to tarot readers. You guys are the ones that have the power, so take back that power and make the decisions that best serve you on your journey and get you to your highest path. And with that being said, I'm going to leave it there. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below. Set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. Again, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel or in a private reading, all of that is in the description box down below. Please remember not to get drawn in by people hitting you up in the comments. This is across the tarot board. We're not going to go out of our way to try and get readings. It is all about you guys, because you are the ones that have to be open to it. So just using your guys' intuition and knowing that people who are trying to hit you up from WhatsApp, it's a scam. Don't get caught up in that, okay? I love you guys, and I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other next time, mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Oh, I need a drink. Hold on, pile two. Woo. All right, pile two. For those of you that chose the House of God. Okay. This is for you. So what's being destroyed during this full moon in Taurus? Ooh, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. The Sun in the reverse. Damn. And I can't. This happened in pile one. All reversals. All reversals. Right off the bat, you guys are destroying the fact of lack of communication when it comes to a potential partner. Like, for those of you that have always been yes people, you guys are coming up into an energy of being a no person. Right? Like, basically, like, stop, hold up. So I'm hearing right now, RESPECT, find out what it means to me. Like, right now, you guys are coming into a place of, like, you better respect me, you better respect where I'm at in my energy, and you better respect where it is that I'm going on my journey. Otherwise, we're not going to play this game anymore, because you guys are looking at a past situation. You guys are looking at your past. You're not paying attention to another person here, even though, yes, you may have some romantic frustrations. I think what's going on is what's being destroyed is this belief that it's other people's problems. The OPP. Sorry, guys. No, you guys really are, and you're realizing people aren't always who they say they are, and I think you guys are coming into a place of understanding that the whole reason you felt like you couldn't move forward when it came into relationships is because you guys were really putting a lot of pressure on the other party involved and not taking enough accountability for yourself. But definitely this has to do with love. This has to do with the relationships in your life. Now, I'm saying love because when the Knight of Wands comes out in reverse, this is like that player energy, somebody who's in and out. But that's what leaves one in a romantic, frustrated situation. Definitely getting a feeling of Four of Wands energy coming in too in the reverse. Again, romantic frustration. This is that energy of like, why can't they just... And rather than asking that this time, you're asking, what am I doing? And I feel like this was a hard place for you to get to, because for so long it's been easy for you guys to just put it off on the other person. Oh, I've always had narcissists in my life. I've always had manipulators in my life. I've always had people who kept secrets from me in my life. I've always had people who put me in really weird ass positions in my life. I've always had people who only wanted me for sex, only wanted me for money, only wanted me for drugs, only wanted me for music, only wanted me for this, only wanted me for that. And now you guys are coming into a place of saying like, wait, hold up. What's the common denominator? In all these situations, who is the common denominator? It's not all those other people. No, it's you. And you're realizing that. And that's a huge step towards spiritual ascension, right? It's like being sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you guys are like, look, I'm over it. I'm done. If me blaming other people is not getting me results, then who do I blame? And it's not about blame. You guys are realizing this is about where can I take accountability? And part of that accountability comes into the fact of listening to your intuition when it comes to other people approaching you and what it is that they're offering you. And you're realizing this now. You're realizing that you're the one that has to set the boundaries. And I feel like for you to set boundaries for so long, it's felt like you've had to overcome such a huge part of yourself. And something happened where you had to say no, and you had to mean no. You're like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. And when you said no, it created a situation where you guys were like, okay, cool. Like saying no is not that hard. So what's being destroyed is this belief that you always have to invite in people who are narcissistic. You have to invite in people who only want sex. You have to invite people who only have secrets. You're realizing you don't need that anymore. And you're realizing that there's something more important to this journey than having a partner in your life. Definitely feel like I'm talking to the divine feminines here. There could be a few divine masculines on here. You know, again, energy is fluid. So take it as it resonates. These are general readings, guys. So there's this energy of just overcoming something that has kept you in lack and suffering really for a while. Really. And anger. I feel like there's a deep anger that was seated with this. So this could have been somebody that came in that triggered you. This could have been a situation that triggered you. This could have just been, maybe you were meditating and all of a sudden you saw like your life play out before you and you're like, holy crap. Like, I realized it wasn't all those people's, it wasn't just their fault. Like, it's not like you're putting the fault on yourself or anything. It's like, this is truly about taking accountability. So what's being destroyed is this belief that it's everybody else outside of you rather than in self. Okay. Like, this is a very interesting energy coming through here. May I please get a clarifying card for the King of Swords? Thank you. Interesting. We have the Three of Swords that wants to come out in reverse. Yeah. This is like obstacles that come in, and as soon as like you run into an obstacle, like your whole path just gets destroyed. And you're overcoming that. You're overcoming that. You're overcoming this belief, right? You're overcoming this, like being conceited about your journey, being of limited visions, being of unsure. It's like hoping that someone else is going to come in and save you from this. And you're realizing that it has to be you. It has to be you. It's like you run into yourself here and your mindset, right? It's like with this Knight of Swords here, it's like you're the one that's running into your mindset and seeing that you're the only one that built up the trap around you. And it's like with that, you pick up your sword and you're like, boom, baby, I'm going to cut through and find my truth. And I'm going to put everybody else on the outside of me. Okay, they're not me. The only person I have accountability for is myself. And I'm going to put people outside of that. Because I'm tired of being in a bad situation. I'm tired of having failed relationships. I'm tired of people only offering me a little bit. Impractical. People who don't have their life together. People who can't get their life together. People who only want me for what I can give to them, and who are greedy when it comes to my energy, and who intrude in my life. Like, intrude in my life, and then they want my money, or they want only physical things, right? Sex. And you're putting down this burden. You're asking for somebody to come in that's stronger, that would be willing to commit, rather than these people you're dealing with who aren't willing to commit and only give you one-sided love. One-sided love. Yep. Don't want to face reality. They don't want to change. They want control. They want imbalance. And you're like, nope, no more. I'm going to put up my boundaries and I'm going to gain my confidence in the situation because I'm done with your bullshit. Done with your bullshit. I need to shuffle this a few more times. Boom. We got the Ace of Wands coming out as I split the deck. Source saying, don't worry about it. I'm giving you inspiration to move forward. And you got to take this inspiration. You have to take this inspiration, because in taking this inspiration, you guys are going to find clarity on your journey. Right? You guys are going to find strength, and you guys are going to be able to give yourselves the love that you need on your journey. It's like Source is trying to help you out here, but unfortunately, it's like Source is trying to help you out in a way that your emotional ego is not ready to be helped out. And that's what's been so hard. And I think that's why it was like suddenly something happened. Like, it's like maybe you watched a TV show and you got like an inspiration from the TV show, or you were listening to music and you got some inspiration from the music. And it was like Source like just basically pointed out the energy that you've been bringing into the connections and the situations that are around you. And it was like the light bulb. I keep seeing the light bulb going off. It's like ding. And you're like, whoa, holy moly. Like, what happened? May I please have a clarifying card for the sun card? May I please have a clarifying card for the sun? May I please, thank you, source. Okay, they want it this way. Yep. You're listening to your inner intuition now. It's like you're realizing that you are high priestess. You have the pulpess in you. You guys are very intuitive. You guys know what's going on. You're very nurturing of yourself right now. This is like nurturing the connection with the divine, right? It's like looking at the situation. Why is it that I always feel like when somebody comes in that I give up what it is that I'm doing for myself? Because of confusion, because of injustice. This is what you're healing. Right? Being in a state of illusion, realizing that these people have no control over the actions that you take, realizing that these people don't have any ounce of saying in what it is that you do, no matter how crazy they show up. Like, these people probably make a lot of mayhem and upset in your life. But look at that. The angel and the devil right there. With temperance and the devil, I always get, this is the angel and the devil. This is like your consciousness coming through. This is the emotional ego, and this is your spirit, right? And your spirit knows that the devil's trying to mock it. Like, it's like, nope, I want to put you in these situations because this keeps you from fulfilling your purpose. But here you are saying, no, I'd rather balance out my own energy. I'd rather balance out and look the devil in the eye. The devil won't look you in the eye, but your spirit's not afraid to look the devil in the eye. And the devil wants you to believe that this illusion is real. The devil wants you to believe that this injustice, right, is real. They want you to stay in this situation because they don't want you to come out over it. They don't want you to succeed. They want you to stay in a place of greed. They want you to stay in a place of misfortune, right? And it's like, yes, that could be another person. But again, when we talk about the devil in reality, like when you really break it down, the devil lives within all of us. Right? That's talking about your emotional ego. Because the emotional ego is the thing that keeps us from trying to have success in this 3D realm. That's the egregore, right? That we're not good enough, that we aren't capable of it, that we don't have the strength to do it, we don't have the resources to do it. And it's like, you're in this place of now reading into it deeper. It's like, no, hold on, let me cut myself off from the world. Let me spend time in prayer. Let me spend time in meditation. Let me ask source. I'm tired of not being clear about what it is that I want or need in my life. May I please get a clarifying card for this Knight of Wands? May I please get a clarifying card? Thank you. No. No. What did I say earlier? I keep getting the Four of Wands in reverse. And here we have the Four of Wands in the reverse coming out. In this deck, it's reversed. Okay? I can't. Romantic frustration clarified by romantic frustration. It's because of love. It's because of love. You guys have always allowed love to create chaos in your life. Right? And so now, and being that you guys had the House of God as your card to be chosen for this pile, it's like basically saying that source came down and said, no more. We're going to destroy this belief. Like shred it, shatter it, you know? Why? Because this is what source says. Because no longer do I want you to get involved with people who cannot give back. Who are emptying your cup because you filled your cup. I have something bigger for you planned. I have something that's going to bring you so much clarity and happiness and truth and wonderment. But I first need you to let go of this belief that this is how people are. And you're going to. Like, it's crazy. Like, if you guys resonated with pile 1, I don't really recommend that, what pile it is. But again, I haven't done pile 3, so I don't know. But you guys might resonate with pile 1. If you do, you are welcome to watch it. There's no obligation to watch it. I just want you to know. But this is exactly what happened. All reversals and one card in the middle upright. But see, that's the thing is you don't realize how powerful you are. You don't realize just how powerful you are. And you're in this place of not trusting that. Like, it's like, I don't trust my own self. Like, it's scary for you to trust yourself. And the reason it's scary for you to trust yourself is because you've been surrounded your whole life by people who don't trust you because they don't trust themselves. And so is this trust that you're harboring really your energy, or is it because you've been surrounded by so many people in the past who don't trust themselves? And honestly, I feel like that's what it is, guys. It's like, this is the end of a cycle. You're trying to close the cycle out, bring the cycle to a close, you know, bring it to a finish. But it's been hard for you because it's like, when you begin to trust yourself, then you immediately question yourself. And it's in that questioning yourself that you're letting your emotional ego win. Right? And that's, again, that fight, the emotional ego saying, well, this is how people are. You just have to settle for whoever it is that comes in. And Source is over here like, look, boo, I want to give you something beautiful. I want to give you something strong. I want to give you something passionate and fruitful. But I first need you to stand beyond what it is that you know and find a place of peace. I need you to change because I'm bringing in reciprocity. Look, finding your purpose. I need you to change. I need you to balance out your energy and step into your purpose. Why? Because that's the change that's needed here. 33, 6, and 36. We have 6, 6, and 9 coming out together. All derivatives of 3. Then we have Gorilla Peace here. It's like that's where your peace comes from, is you working on yourself. The reciprocity is about equal give and take, yes. But this isn't about another person coming in. This is about you giving to yourself so Source can meet you halfway. And how do you give to yourself? By finding peace in your purpose. That's where your change is, right? That's where your change is. I love that the gorilla has been making an appearance here lately because it doesn't ever hardly come out. And exerting your will. Number 34, which is 7. You do already have luck. You already possess luck. How do you use your luck, though, to your advantage? By being powerful and saying no. Like I said, in the beginning, I felt like that was what has happened for you guys. Is there's a situation that arose that you guys had to say no. It was like you'd been saying yes for so long, and it was scary for you to say no, but you said it. And when you said it, it kind of got louder and louder and louder, and that's you exerting your will. And that's what Tiger Talk's all about. It's just being powerful in this moment and not being afraid to be powerful or seen as a certain person or seen a certain way just because you said no. Who cares how people accept that or don't accept that? That's on them. Just because they're yes people doesn't make you yes people. What did I say? You guys are finding your purpose and you're going to be so passionate about this purpose. You guys, there's a fire that's being lit within you. Look, over this fiery energy, it's like basically, I'm so sick and tired of being romantically frustrated. I'm just going to give up on love for a little while. It's not a bad thing. Like, I don't want you guys to think it's a bad thing. Why are you doing that? Because you need to ground yourself. You need to purify your soul, and you need to learn to flow with what Source is bringing to you. That's what's happening here. You guys are changing the inner realm of yourself. You guys already know you're powerful, but you guys fear that power within. It's like you guys are coming into a place of not fearing who you are anymore. It's like really understanding that, okay, this is what I am. This is who I am. I can't run from it anymore. I just have to embrace it. And then it's like in the moment that you embrace it and you begin to say no to other people, you're like, nope, I got stuff I got to do for me. Nope, I got stuff I got to do for me. Nope, I got stuff I got to do for me. And people are like, damn, Pile 2, where the hell did you go? Like, you were always giving us your energy, and now you're just kind of like gone off the rocker. And you're like, no, I'm working on my passion and I'm bringing that into success with myself. And Source is saying, because of that, you're going to bring in some financial success, some gain, something humongous is going to change in your life, and you're going to overcome these people who can't give you love. You're the one that's going to overcome. It's like success against great odds, right? It's like everybody's been waiting for you to fail, and then all of a sudden you're going to step up and be so successful. Maybe it's been a long time on this journey, Pile 2. Maybe it's been a long time. But the reason it's been a long time is because Source needed you to build the character and the strength to deal with what's coming next. So we have Elizabeth Taylor coming out. She says, don't run so fast that you can't be caught. Like, that's the thing. I feel like you've been running towards people, but it's like, it's kind of like, I keep getting a scene of Speedy Gonzalez. It's like you're running towards them, but you just surpass them because your vibration is so high that these people, they can't keep up with you because you're connecting with lower vibrational energies without realizing it. It's like connecting with the general populace. And unfortunately, pile 2, you're not the general populace. And so it's very important for you to understand who it is that you're connecting with and being aware of the energies that you're giving away. It says you can be a big fan of marriage, just be an even bigger fan of diamonds. And it's like, I feel like you guys need to shine. Right now, this is about you shining. This is about you understanding that it's not about love. This is about you guys shining and being true to yourself. Now look at these beautiful diamonds that she has around her. It's like finding your truth and embracing your journey. That's what I hear. It says true friends last longer than marriage, however many times you marry. Again, these people that you've been connecting with have been very low vibrational entities. And you're coming into a place of realizing that I can no longer just give my energy to whoever. Like, I need to give my energy to somebody who's going to return the favor. Well, my dog just shook her head, and I'm telling you guys, I don't usually get scared, but it like spooked me, and it went all the way through my stomach up to my heart. So I feel like this is scary for you guys. We have Billie Holiday coming out on the bottom. She says, a kiss never tasted like fine wine wasted. Exactly. So it's like, you guys, this is telling me you wasted your time, or you feel like you wasted your time on situations that didn't serve you. But what you have to realize is that these situations got you to this now moment, this realization of finding your passion, your purpose, your desire, your drive. It says you'll never know when to stop until you've had too much. Again, perfect. Thank you, Billie Holiday. Like, this was, it just, I'm so sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was too much. It was like that one step over the line, and you were just like, nope, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm over it. Says you can find friends in the darkest places. And I feel like that's Source coming in again saying, just keep working, pile 2, because you're going to have friends that are coming from, I got friends in lonely places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. All right. Like, I have no idea, but that's exactly what came through. It's like you're going to find friends in places you didn't know you could find friends. And you're going to be like, wow. And they're going to come in packages you didn't know that they would come in. And you're just going to be thankful. Like, you're not going to be alone on this journey anymore, because you guys are going to find people who are understanding of where you're at. And they're going to be cheering you on. And I think that's going to be such an odd feeling for you. So what's being destroyed is this belief. This belief that everybody is slimy and sleazy and won't give to you because that's all you've ever known in your life. You've never been loved the way that you needed to be loved. Look, Source coming out on the bottom. I love you. These are powerful words. Say I love you to yourself. Anytime you have a negative thought, say I love you, 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 I love you. Why? Because it's going to drown out the negativity. Yeah, you guys could definitely resonate with pile 1. 2, we have like attracts like. If you long for more love, be more loving. We have it over the 2, the Pope S number. You have 2 on the bottom over here. You guys are pile 2. So 222, 2222 could be a very powerful number for you guys. Maybe check that out when you get some time. See what other messages you get from that. Okay, we're going to get some messages from the Ghetto deck, and then we'll draw some from the Ghetto bag and send you on your way. And what is being destroyed for pile 2 during this Taurus full moon? I feel like the collective is just going through a lot of transformations right now, especially with it being a lunar eclipse, right? And it's one of the last full moons of the year. And so, okay, I heard stop. I want this one. Study ancient wisdom and you will find your own answers. Beautiful. I feel like, again, you guys have this gift that's coming out, and it's scary for you guys, and it's like trusting your intuition. Well, it's going to help you if you guys study ancient wisdom, because you're going to find some likeness to your own. And it's, again, in that likeness that you guys are going to begin to blossom. So maybe the friends that are coming in aren't actual real people, but spirits of people past who've done the same thing that you've done. And don't be so upset if that is the case, guys. Okay, stop. Ooh. Man who secretly sleeps with other men. Yeah, there's a lot of masculine energy out here. Okay, so whoever it is that you're dealing with, one of the secrets that could be coming up is this, right? And I think that you maybe know this. I think that you're aware of this situation, and I think that that's what kind of like made you stop. It was like you realized you were getting this funky ass energy, and you're like, okay, cool. Like I can't put up with this anymore. Tiger. No, guys, I can't with you. We've got Tiger and Tiger together here. Look at this. No longer fear your journey. You are the epitome of strength. Beautiful energy coming in, guys. Like, I love synchronicities like this. Like, you guys are coming into a very powerful place. You guys are coming into a very powerful time in your life, and like, to relish in that. Like, relish in the fact that you guys, wow, I don't want all of those, but I guess I'll take them. Relish in the fact that you guys are on this journey and that you have something beautiful to learn from it, right? So we had someone is harboring anger, jealousy, and hate. So I feel like that's part of the reason why you stopped with this situation, whatever the situation is, because you realized that somebody was angry at you. So again, I feel like I'm talking to the divine femmes here. You guys could have a divine masculine in your life, or just a masculine in your life. It doesn't matter. I think that we're all divine by right. Some of us just don't vibe as high as others. So there's a masculine in your life that has this secret, and I think he knows that you have this secret, or they know that you know this secret. They won't tell you, but they know that you're aware of it, and they're freaking out about it, and they're really upset, and they're mad, and I think what they're more mad about is that you know without them telling you. It says focus on truly communicating, and this is you communicating with source, right? Like, you need to focus on your communication, your time spent with source, so that you guys can come into a place of balance within yourself. We have Dragonfly, moving beyond self-created illusions that have limited your growth. And I feel like that's this energy that we dealt with back here. It's just those people that have come into your life that have been very unforgiving. Boom. And that's why your sex is on fire. Yeah, we have a lot of sexual energy out here. And again, I feel like whoever this divine masculine is, or whoever this masculine is, they're like mad because it's like, you know, maybe they don't want to tell people that they sleep with other men. There's like that rush that comes with that. And so now they met you, and it's like you kind of you abolished all of that just by being who you are, because you're divine feminine, because you're vibrating so high. It's like you kind of like demolish the fact that it was like they now want you, but they know they can't have you because they're not on the same level as you, and that's what makes them so mad and jealous and angry. It's like maybe they're not mad and jealous and angry at you, more or less they're jealous and mad and angry at the fact that somebody else is going to get you. Okay, that's enough. Too many source, too many already. Psychic attack. Yeah, so you guys, you need to be careful because there's somebody around your energy that's trying to really make you feel negative. They want you to feel down and out. So it could very well be this person, this masculine that's in your life that's trying to psychic attack you. They could be trying to make you stay in a lower vibrational energy, so you'll keep coming back to them because, again, your sex is on fire here. We have you're worthy of loving yourself, source coming in. Don't worry about love right now. Worry about yourself. Worry about focusing on yourself because you are worthy of love. We have they promise soul healing and not a life together. Yeah, so whoever this person is that came into your life that you had this connection with, and again, I feel like you're done. Like, I know that you know what's going on. And I feel like it just had to come to that place of where you're just like, I'm finished. I'm over this. And it's like, that's why. Because they promised the healing. And the healing was to basically put you in an energy of realizing your own worth and your own abilities. Get out and mingle. You're single. It's time to mingle, my friends. Go mingle, mingle, mingle. Right? No, it's just like going and meeting people, right? Okay, it wants to be there. And I feel like that comes, it's weird that it fell over here on the Dragonfly. It's like moving beyond self-created illusions that have limited your growth. Maybe you felt like a deep connection with this person. Of course, soul healing, there's going to be a deep connection with this person. And I feel like you're like, no, it has to be this person. And so they're saying get out and mingle because you're going to meet people who are more aligned with you when you do that, and not people who are always trying to take what's yours, right? Ooh, children are involved. So this is why this person can't come towards you. Like, let's just be honest. This person can't come towards you because there's children involved. Maybe you have kids. But I'm not getting that this is you. I mean, you could, and that's okay. But I don't feel like your kids are stopping you from committing to a higher level of commitment. But I feel like this person has children involved. So there could be an unwanted pregnancy. There could be a secret child. This person is definitely player. Like, we got that Knight of Wands in the reverse there. This person is definitely sleeping around. So there could be just a surprise pregnancy coming up. And yeah, and now it's just making like, it's like, that's why they're so mad, because you're over here single and loving your life, and you're able to do what they're already doing without fear of somebody getting onto you about it. You know what I mean? Like, this person has other people in their energy that's like, if they go out and if they told them that they were going out and sleeping around or whatever, I mean, it would be done, right? For you, it's like if you go out and do you, boo boo, you're single, you're in love with yourself, you're doing you, like it's no big deal. Source telling you get out and mingle, get out and just talk to people. Shit. Someone's talking behind your back. Yeah, this person or these people, it's like, again, you said no. Like, I'm just gonna bring it back to that. You said no. And this person was like, what do you mean? And you're like, no, that's it. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry. Like, no, we're not doing this. We're not going to do that anymore. And because of that, this person is like, look, y'all, I'm sorry. This is some negativity coming through. This person says some nasty ass shit about you. That's where this psychic attack is coming in. So it's like, this person is wanting you to fail, because it's like, if you succeed, then you were right all along. And if you were right, then that means that they were wrong. But in reality, it doesn't. It just means that they weren't listening. They weren't listening. That doesn't mean that you're wrong. That just means that you weren't listening. We've all been there. Shit. You know, we've all been there. We've all had that situation where we just totally failed to listen to our intuition. I feel like you're fighting that same thing. I feel like the whole reason that you guys failed to listen to your intuition is because you were connecting with this person, and this person is not in a very intuitive place right now. And so that energy comes back on you because you guys are obviously empathic. I'm just going to say, and for those of you that aren't, it's okay, because we still become the energy that we surround ourselves with. And so it's like, if you guys are surrounding yourself with low vibrational people, guess what? You're going to have part of that get stuck in your energy field, and you're going to have to deal with that, right? And so it's like, you got to let go. Also, I feel like you guys should look up tiger, the meaning tiger, the spiritual meaning of tiger. I mean, I could tell you what it is, but I feel like there's something else about it that is going to resonate deeper with you guys. And so it's important for you guys to look that up and just make the reading a little bit more personal when you have a little bit of time. And I think that this is really sad, because I think the thing is that there was a really deep connection here. I think that there was a really beautiful connection between the two of you guys. Like, I feel like it was, again, that energy of this is the one, and you're very stubborn about that. But at the same time, this person doesn't see it that way. This person only sees you as what you can offer to them, not the connection. They're not ready to see the connection. They're just not ready. Right? And that's okay. Like, if they're not ready, why do you need to wait around, pile two? Like, let's be honest. Like, that's not what Source put you here for, was to wait around on somebody else. Like, if you're healing and you're growing, then boo, you get out there and do you. Don't wait around for someone else to catch up. Shoot. It's like, what is it? Have you guys ever heard Like an Astronaut in the Ocean? It's a song. It's called I Feel Like an Astronaut in the Ocean. And there's this part in there when he's like, you cannot match my grind. Please do not waste my time. Right? Like, that's the line that I'm hearing right now. And I feel like that's exactly what you guys need to get into. It's like, who cares where this other person is? Who cares where anybody else is in your life? If they can't match your grind, then they're wasting your time. Right? And that's because, again, to take this journey, it's so rare. Like, even, and I apologize if this is a triggering statement. I just want you guys, I'm being real and honest. Even the people who watch these tarot readings, a lot of times they say they're on the journey, but all they're doing is sitting at home and doing nothing. You know, and it's unfortunate. It's just an unfortunate situation, because if all the people who watched these readings were really truly on the spiritual journey, were really truly balls deep in, okay? Like, just being real, guys. If they're really balls deep in, there would be a lot more success stories than there are, but there's not. Why? Because it's like 1 in a million. Now I'm hearing that song by, who's the one she sang, Havana? Oh gosh, I can't remember. I cannot remember her name right now. Camille? Anyways, there's a song, it's called 1 in a Million. And it's like, go ahead and laugh at me. Tell me I'm out of my league. Tell me I'm out of my league. You know, because one day you're going to wake up and you're going to see, if it's 1,000,000 to 1, I'm going to be that one. If it's a shot in the dark, I'm going to be the sun. It's like, that's the point. It's like, that's exactly how it is, guys. This journey is all about being the 1 in a million. So it's like, if you're that one, congratulations. And if you're not, don't feel bad about it. It doesn't mean that you can't not become that one. You just got to be willing to do the work. the hard shit. Not just shadow work on Wednesdays, not just shadow work on, you know, once a month. This is like about showing up and truly changing your life. When you guys run into a situation like this and you realize you've been a yes person and now you're saying no, right? It's like, that's why I'm saying, it's like, that's why the spiritual community has such a bad rap. It's because there's not very many people who are willing to actually do the work that this entails. It's easy to tell people that. What's difficult is actually doing it. Trust me, I know. It's like I did this journey for 7 years, and the last 3 years is when I took it to another level. And my whole life changed. I got out of a narcissistic relationship. I let go of a lot of narcissistic people in my life, people who weren't serving me. I let go of so many different things. So much so, I'm not asking for sympathy here. I'm not. So much so did I change my life that I literally went from having a ton of people in my life to having no one. That's how much I changed. Because no one I knew from my past understands the person I am now. And that is something that not a lot of people are willing to embark on, because that idea of being alone is the most frightening thing. But it's in that place of being alone, in a place of solitude, that we find the biggest growth. And I feel like for some of you guys on this reading who've chosen this pile, you guys definitely have done the healing. You've done the work. And now you're coming up into a place of realizing that there's no reason to feel guilty saying no. And it's still hard. Like, even for me, sometimes it's still hard to say no, guys. It's just, you just have to realize that you are what matters. You are number one. Make yourself number one on the journey. Okay? I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me. It truly is an honor. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel in any one way, shape, or form, all of that is in the description box down below. If you guys are interested in getting a personal reading, the instructions are in the description box of what needs to be done in order to do so. It is not a requirement by any means. You guys can definitely support the channel by giving me a thumbs up, by subscribing to my channel, setting that notification bell, and sharing this content. It does help me connect better with your energy to give you more resonating readings. And remember, that is a free way to help out this channel, and I truly appreciate you guys. So with that being said, until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other next time, mwah, peace out. I love y'all. Bye. Whew, I need some water. Drank up all my water, y'all. Okay, for pile number 3, I was selected to lead, not to read. Number 3. Because it chose the world, if I can put it in the frame. I got it all the way up here. Yeah, I'm sure. Here you guys go. That's the card that you chose, okay? Sorry, I'm in a goofy mood right now, guys. Just whatever. I'm glad, because yesterday was exhausted, so I'm glad I've got this goofiness going on. This is what is being destroyed for you guys during this Taurus full moon. These readings have been so intense. I have no doubt yours is going to be as well. So we have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. Ooh, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. And we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Let me check something really quick. But first of all, you guys, what is being destroyed? Let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all right here. Being worried about not knowing what the outcome is. Fear when it comes to sexual partners. This has been a huge message across the board. But here's the thing. It's like before you guys would get involved with somebody and you'd be sexually attracted to them, and you'd think that attraction was enough for love. And so you'd hop right in. And as you hopped right in, it was like something would happen. You would get a broken heart. You would get angry. You would close yourself off. And you would just keep reminding yourself, well, this is how everything is. This is how things are going to work out. This is what's being destroyed. Not having faith in the situation. It's like, you're probably, Becky, I have faith. It's like, yeah, but it's like we have to lose certain aspects of our emotional ego as we go along. It's like we have faith, and your underlying faith is strong. Absolutely, pile 3. But the thing is, what's really truly going on here is that you guys are letting go of that belief that you're not worthy of having somebody that meets you on another level. And it comes down to, I think you guys are realizing you had some sort of sexual addiction here. And that's what you weren't paying attention to, is like you really thought that the connection had to be physical. And that was a minute detail that you weren't paying attention to, but it's that little tiny detail that was the truth of everything. And why you did this is because you were afraid that you weren't worthy of love. You weren't worthy of having a partner. And you have this very immature energy that's been surrounding you. It's because you guys were hurt very young. Very young, you were hurt. Somebody took something from you. You guys could have been survivors of sexual abuse. You guys could have been survivors of molestation, incest. There's this energy that's surrounding this particular pile that's talking about a lot of childhood wounding, adolescent wounding involving sex. Okay, and I should have said trigger warning for you guys. I apologize, but I think it's something that has to be brought up. It's necessary for you guys to acknowledge that the whole reason that you're in this energy now is because of something that happened to you when you were young, when you were very young. And it was like this belief that when it happened, oh, well, this must be what love is, because that was the only person that gave you attention in your life. Like, even though it was bad attention, like as humans, it's sometimes if we don't get attention in our lives, we'll take whatever attention we can get. And so we'll create chaotic situations just to get attention so that we feel like we're being seen or heard, understood. And for you, pile 3, I think that's what's happened for you guys when it comes to your relationships. Right? It's like this fear of not being seen. It's this fear of not being heard. It's this fear of not being worthy, deserving. And so what's being demolished for you guys is this belief. And this is not easy. What is about to happen to y'all is not easy. It's like making you guys realize that there's some actions that you've been taking that have kept you in this immature energy. There's something that's going to come through that's going to make you guys realize that, wow, while somebody hurt me in my youth, ultimately I'm the one that created all these situations, which is actually very beautiful energy to come into. It's not about blaming yourself. It's about taking full accountability for your actions and the cycles that you've invited into your life. Always feeling unlucky, feeling like shit just keeps repeating itself, and still not being able to come at it with an adult-like mind. It's like still coming at the situation from that hurt, wounded child within. Even if this wasn't adolescence, shoot, this could have been all the way up into your early 20s. Right? It doesn't matter. That's not what matters here. It's just there's still like this wounding and coming from a situation from a very young mindset. And that's what's keeping you in this energy of worry and outcome, because it's like the only person that approached you in your life was whoever this predator was. But you see what happens here. It's because this predator saw you as a victim, and it was easy for you to be the victim because you weren't getting the attention that you needed at home. And now you're coming into a place of realizing that it doesn't matter that I didn't get the attention that I needed at home. And it doesn't equally matter that this predator approached me. What matters now is that I stand firm in who I am, and I give myself that attention, and I give myself that love. And let me just tell you guys, because I feel like nobody has told you this before, pile 3, for those of you that this is resonating with, I just want you to know, whatever has happened to you in your life, it is not your fault. If you guys had a predator in your life, it is not your fault that they chose you. It has nothing to do with you. And I just feel it so heavy on my heart that you guys need to hear that. Because I don't feel like anybody's ever told you that. And I feel like if there was somebody that knew about the situation, I do have a feeling that some of you guys, they blamed you for it. Like if this was a father that molested you or a male figure that molested you, the woman in their life blamed you. Like it was your fault, and it's not. It had nothing to do with you. This person was hurt. This person was molested as a child, and the only way that they could show love was to pass that on, because that's a belief that you have that molestation is love. And it's not like you guys molested another person. I'm not saying that at all. It's like it stopped with you guys, but it's still in stopping with you guys. You stopped the pattern, but the belief was there. The belief was already created. And it felt like I just feel like you guys have been planting seeds, but nothing has come to fruition because of it. You've not been able to harvest anything because of it. You guys have been fighting against the current because of this belief. It's been keeping you in a round robin of situations. Of course, you guys had the World card, which is baffling because I brought it up for pile 2, which is funny, but it's like, it's just this interesting energy because it's like, that's the card that you guys chose. And I never ever pick the cards to determine the pile. It's just, I pick these cards because I'm told to pick those cards. And that's what they're saying. Like, you're the one that's completing this cycle. You're turning yourself into prudence regardless of the past that you had. It's like, you're realizing that I'm in control of me. Let me be in control of me. Let me do what's best for me. Let me find out what I need to do so I can move forward, because I'm tired of being in these round robin relationships that only want sex. And then as soon as they get sex, no matter how long it takes, shoot, you could make people wait for a year, but because you're still in this injured wounding, this person triggers that. Even if you make them wait for a year, they don't have respect for you. It's like, as soon as they dunk it, they bunk it. Well, I don't know where that came from, y'all. Cool. They dunked and bunked. Like, okay, cool. Like, that was a weird ass message, but sure. And it's just because you haven't paid attention to this small detail. It's been easy for you to point the finger at everybody else. Oh, well, that's just the way men are. That's just the way women are. That's just the way so-and-so is. That's just the way they are. That's the way the world is. And it's like, this is about you coming into a higher standard for yourself, a higher perspective. May I please get a clarifying card for the Nine of Swords here, Source? May I please get a clarifying card? Wow, that one came flying out. Yeah. Exactly. The details in thinking that love has to do with a physical attraction. But look at this. You've always had failing relationships. Boom. I can't make this stuff up, guys. Like, I can't. You've had failed relationships, repeat failed relationships, one-sided relationships, things that don't change. But you think, you get involved in these people and you're like, it's going to be stronger. We're going to be stronger this time. This one's going to be the completion. This one's going to be it. We're going to be thick and thin. But then something happens and it triggers this inner wounding, right? This is childhood neglect. Molestation is neglect. Incest is neglect. Okay? Sexual abuse is neglect. Why is it neglect? Because it means that there wasn't a protection put around a child who needed protection. And that's exactly what this Three of Cups talks about. There wasn't protection afforded to you in that time. And so now there's this confusion coming through as to why you can't build a strong relationship, something that lasts the test of time. The reason being is because right in between this, look, you have the Six of Cups in the reverse and the Three of Cups in the reverse. It's like there's no foundation, because it's hard for you to build an emotional foundation with somebody, which is why the Two of Cups is coming out here. Right? Someone broke your heart. But I don't think it was anybody in your adulthood. This is someone who broke your heart, who was supposed to protect you. Someone who broke your heart because they broke your trust, because they treated you in a different way than they were supposed to. They didn't offer you the security. They didn't offer you the support. They didn't offer you the love that you were deserving of in that time. They instead projected onto you what was going on within themselves. And I'm sorry, guys, like, I don't like readings like this. I really don't. But I understand that they're necessary. When they come up, they come up. And I'm not going to shy away from it. I used to shy away from it. Sometimes I wouldn't even post these. But now I just realize that it's like, I got to post them, because the amount of sexual abuse that's out there that is affecting people in their love relationships is staggering. Why people aren't able to find stable, loving relationships that are equal give and take. Because there's an imbalance. You not only have an imbalance in your feminine nature, you have an imbalance in your masculine nature. It's easier to rely on the masculine, which is that sexual energy, that drive. There's no sensuality here. There's just a need to fulfill. And that's exactly what this person put on you. And especially for those of my women. Okay, yes, I'm talking to the women in this. If you guys have been sexually abused in your childhood. Okay, and if you were sexually abused by a man, you have to understand whatever that man was going through, he poured that into you as a child. And as a child, you never developed the right energy or the right techniques and skills in order to protect your energy, to let go of that, to release that. So I'm going to put this out here. I recommend you guys getting yoni eggs, right? This is my yoni egg. It's over here charging with this amethyst. Okay, this is one of the ones. They come in sets of 3s, the large, the small, and the medium and the small. But I recommend you guys getting a yoni egg. This one is for sexual abuse. It's rhodonite. It's definitely been used. My egg has been loved. I use it all the time. Every month I put it in. Okay, I use it frequently. But I recommend you guys getting a yoni egg and using that and really reconnecting with your sexual side. right? That's to help heal the sexual wounded person within you. And also there's a need for you guys to really focus on your sacral chakra. But you guys are coming to a place where you're abolishing this belief that everything in your life has to be a failed relationship. So as long as you guys continue to do the work, you guys will come up into this knowing as to why there's been failed relationships in your life. May I please get a clarifying card for this Page of Wands in the reverse? Okay. Oh, wow. We got a stack coming out. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse. Wow, we have the Sun in the reverse. And the Queen of Wands in the reverse. All to clarify this Page of Wands. Yeah, so there's something, you guys are definite divines. Like, let me just say this, you guys are definite divines. And when this person, like, I'm trying not to make this a very triggering situation, but there's no other way around it. Unfortunately, when this person was intimate with you, it was different than anything that they'd ever experienced because you guys vibrate at a higher level just naturally. Okay, and so this person kept coming back. And the reason this person kept coming back is because they wanted to manipulate you into believing that what you had with them was love. And it's not. It was because they were greedy. They were greedy about what it was that you could give to them, because when they were with you, it was like you made them feel a different way, different than anything. And so their goal was to keep you in this bubble believing that they were right and you were wrong. Even now, I feel like this person, like you may still be connected with this person. And I feel like even now that, you know, you may have this connection with this person goes out of their way to make you feel a certain way about yourself, because that brings back the memory of this incident, of the incidents. Okay, guys, this is really hard for me to say. So I understand, like I myself did not deal with molestation. I've dealt with sexual abuse, but I'm like really uncomfortable talking about this right now. I just want you guys to know. And I feel like it's because it's really playing on some emotional strings with you guys. And I feel it very heavy on my heart. And I feel it more heavily in my root chakra. Like I feel it so heavy in my root chakra. Like it's like something that needs to be purged. This person didn't care. They didn't care what kind of a life they left you with. They didn't care what it was that they did to you, because somebody did that to them. And so that was how they passed on what they thought was love. Okay, and I know you guys are like, that's not love. No, I understand that, but hurt people, and that's what they think is love. It's like when you meet people who all they do is give each other a bad time, make each other cry. They're like, oh, well, if I didn't tease you, you'd know that something was wrong. No, it's hurt people, and calling it love, okay? Like, I just want you guys to know it's what they believe is love. And so, yeah, this is transforming. Look at this. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, here we go. Okay, I can't get too far into this. Look at this. Look at this energy coming out. You guys are realizing that in order for you to have a better future, you have to let go of this. You have to let go of the fact that somebody broke your heart and mismanaged your trust, right? This person, I feel like you trusted them for a long time, and then this situation happened, and it was like, wow, like that's the kind of people that I trust. Like, then you stop trusting yourself, and that's why you keep inviting in people who only break your heart when it comes to love, because you don't trust yourself to believe that you're worthy of real love, right? And Source is telling you that you are. And so you're healing something right now in this Taurus full moon. You're healing this. You're going within and you're letting it happen. Like, you're letting the emotions arise. I feel like this is something that's been really hard for you to deal with right now, or in your entire life. It's like letting those emotions arise, because it's like, I have to be my own savior. I have to deal with this. If I don't deal with this, I'm going to keep inviting this in. It was like a light bulb moment came in. Something deep came in for you guys. Something strong came in for you guys. It was like, I feel like Source played a part in this too. Is like divine timing. It was like basically this last situation was such a reminder of what had happened to you in your youth, that it was like, I have to deal with this because this situation is keeping me captive, right? And so you're transforming that, and you're willing to finally go in and look at why it feels like your life has been misfortune. It's not. It's just this is such a deep trigger, and I feel like you compartmentalized it so deep in your subconscious. It was like, I can't deal with this. And now it's like your subconscious is like, okay, we're ready and we're strong enough to heal this. And that's why I said, I should have said trigger warning with this, but guys, sometimes I think sometimes Source is saying it's time for you to realize. It's time for you to understand where you're at. May I please get a clarifying card for the Seven of Wands in reverse, Source? May I please get a clarifying card for the Seven of Wands? May I please get a clarifying card for the Seven of Wands? May I please get a clarifying card for the Seven of Wands? You guys have a lot of Wands energy. It's been revolved around your sexual energy. They want me to say that. Thank you. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. So clarifying the Seven of Wands, we have the Seven of Coins. What is helping you guys deal with this is something that's passionate for you. Writing, reading, learning, building, creating, whatever it is. It's not your everyday thing. So for some of you guys, I did just hear that you guys are going to actually set up counseling sessions with younger people to help them heal. So that could be a thing for some of you guys. You're realizing that you can use this situation as a way for you to build security and stability for yourself and to help others. To help remind others that putting a boundary around themselves is safe. It's okay. It's the right thing to do. Changing your luck. Changing your luck. Yeah, exactly. Boom. Oh my gosh. I can't with you guys. Look at this. Because you're tired of dealing with people who are non-committal. And so this is forcing you, again, we've got boundaries coming out twice here. You're setting a boundary around yourself because you want something that's stable. You want the Six of Cups in the upright. You want a beautiful love. You don't want to be in a situation anymore where it's like you're judging, like it's like judging others for only having sexual encounters when you're actually doing the same thing yourself, and vice versa. People judging you for only having sexual encounters when they're doing the same thing, right? It's like you guys are tired of the judgment. You guys are tired of the things that are happening. And you're tired of being in a hopeless situation. And you realize through all of this that you do have options. You don't have to stay in a place of romantic frustration just because you're afraid to move beyond this, just because you're of limited visions, right? It's not about that anymore. It's like about finding your inner strength and truly letting it blossom. And that comes down to commitment with self. And it's like, I think in realizing this, you guys are going to find a new inner strength that's going to boost you up into finding your truth, your purpose, your passion, right? You have the Seven of Coins here. That's like creating something that nobody else had thought to create. It's not that it's not the same as somebody else. It's just different. It's unique to you. Boom. Look at that. We have the soul butterfly. What did I just say? Thank you for that confirmation, Source. Just thank you. You guys are creating a situation where you're coming into finding your soul purpose. You transforming in this this full moon in Taurus. You guys are transforming. Like there's going to feel like a lot of upset and destruction in your life, but it's all for purpose so that you guys can be reliable for yourself. And you're learning how to equal give and take and to become a leader. But it starts by being reliable on yourself and not on other people. I apologize, guys, if you hear him barking in the background. There's nothing I can do. You guys are learning to be reliable on yourself, though, and not on other people. And that's what's changing your life. You're learning to commit to yourself. And because of that, your soul gets to go free. And I feel like that's another thing that you're realizing. It's, yes, what happened to you was a very terrible situation, right? And again, if this is not your pile, there's two other piles to choose from, guys. This is just, it's very specific. So this is for somebody out there who needs to hear this. But if this is resonating with you, what's coming to during this new moon or this full moon in Taurus is that you guys are going to realize that this happened to you for purpose. Like this was a part of your soul contract. No matter how rotten it was, no matter how overwhelming it was, no matter how much it hurt. It's like you guys are coming into a space of understanding that this happened for your soul purpose. Like, it's like I had to experience this so that I could get to my Seven of Coins, so that I could become who I'm meant to become, so that I could show others how to heal from something that's terrible, that's overwhelming, that's not fun. It shouldn't be happening, but it is. Unfortunately, there's nothing that we can do about it, right? All we can do is heal ourselves and hope to heal others, and hope that along down the line that heals the world. Yeah. What did I say? You guys are coming into a place of creation, right? Learning how to create something. And it's through this expression that you guys find harmony and peace within your heart and your soul. It's like you're using this bad situation to fuel you forward onto something new, something that's unique, something that's beautiful, something that's outside of the box, right? And not worrying about what other people think about it, because it's like, no, you guys don't understand how near and dear this is to my heart. Like, it's like basically like, screw you guys. If you don't believe in what I'm doing, that's fine, because you guys didn't necessarily experience what I experienced. Or if somebody did, they're not going to admit that when you're ready to admit that. We have Mahatma Gandhi on the bottom. Where you find life, there is love. And this new purpose is bringing life it's bringing life into you. And in turn, you're going to begin to love life in a way that you never have before. It says happiness is when you are in harmony with your soul. Guys, I can't make this up. Like, I can't make this up. When you're in harmony with your soul. Look at that. Forgiveness is a sign of strength. It is the weak who cannot forgive. And I think that that's the place that you guys are coming into, is learning how to forgive these terrible situations and forgive the people. Understanding. There's like a deep understanding. What's being destructed for you is this belief that you cannot forgive the past. It's like you realize now, I have to forgive the past so that I can help others. There's a sense of service here. And this is Taurus energy coming out. Taurus energy coming out. You're realizing maybe your commitment is to other people once you first committed to yourself. It's not to a lover. This isn't having a lover in your life. This is about being committed to yourself so that you can save others who have gone through something similar. We have Elizabeth I. She says, have the heart of a man and the body of a woman. Yes, you guys are balancing out your energies, the masculine and the feminine. It's like taking the action no matter what. Like I said, I feel like this is a lot of women that I'm talking to on this reading. There could be men on here, and that's fine. That's fine. If there's men, just understand that some of these messages are directly pointed at the women who have experienced something like this, because it's there's like this need to balance that energy. And as a man, it's like easier for you to rely on the masculine side, but remembering that have the heart of a woman in the body of a man. It's equally so for you. Don't be hardened because of the situation. Allow yourself to soften and have compassion, not just for the person who hurt you, but for yourself more than anything. It says, I would rather be a beggar and a single than a queen and married. Exactly. What did I say? You guys are learning that it's not about the person. It's not about having romantic love in your life. This is you about learning how to be of like service to the world around you. And that's what's going to be so fulfilling. It says a clear and innocent conscience fears nothing. And that's the thing. Like, you guys don't have a clear and innocent conscience. Like, if you did, you wouldn't be in the situation that you were in, right? And that's okay. You have everything to fear. And this is her coming out saying it's okay that you fear this. That's what's going to give you strength in the long run, right? You're going to be able to overcome these situations. You're going to be able to get beyond them. It's not easy, but the steps are simple, right? To overcome something like this is not easy. This is a heavy, heavy burden that you carry. But it doesn't mean that it has to determine the outcome of your life. You get to determine the outcome of your life, and you're going to find some kind of inspiration that has been waiting all along to get expressed, and you're going to see it, right? We have number 48, which is 12, all about your perspective. Demonstrate love. Find out what is important to those you love and act on it. And I feel like this is for you. And then under that, we have embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Number 18, which is 9, bringing the situation to a close. Yeah, it's important for you guys to feel what has happened in your life. It's important for you guys to feel the pain that you went through so that you guys can heal. Why? Because there's miracles and blessings coming. Everything has its gift. 13, which is 4. Transformation energy coming in again, allowing yourself to find balance within your own journey. And then we have number 39 coming out, which again is 12. Your perspective, be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. Again, your feelings are very important in this. Not closing yourselves off to the fact that you were hurt. Can you feel that? And can you be present with that feeling? so that you can let it go. Okay, I heard stop. They wanted one of these ones over here. Okay, someone is harboring anger, jealousy, and hate. And I feel like this is something that you guys are going to be letting go in this full moon in Taurus. Like, you guys are going to realize that this is not something I can hold on to anymore. This is not something that I can live with anymore, because it's just creating a lot of blockages in my life. And you're going to let go of it, and you're going to overcome that. Okay, so what do we got? Time to let go of anger and speak in a calm, clear, and concise manner. I can't make this up, guys. Like, I can't. Like, it's like Source is saying you gotta let go of that inner hurt and that anger so that you can heal. And so I feel like with this Taurus full moon, there's going to be something that happens that's severely triggering, that's going to force you to overcome all that pain that you've always let yourself experience. So we have rest equals work, work equals rest, finding balance. Yeah, so you guys are going to learn how to find balance between your passions and taking care of yourself, nurturing your heart and your soul. And that's so important, because sometimes what happens is we get into this weird ass energy where all you'll do is work, and you won't nourish yourself. And they're saying it's so important for you to nourish yourself in this time. Okay, I heard stop. Okay, they want this one. Stop, rest, reassess where you were going. Right? We have rest coming out twice here. So it's so important for you guys to rest in this time. So, and why? Because you guys are about to be so excited about what it is that you're doing. Like, there's a lot of passion coming in here. You guys really, you're going to be a glamorama, hard worker, Gucci ruby shoes, and a whole caker. That means you're going to get everything. Miracle and blessings. Like, it's like all of a sudden you guys let go of this old belief and miracles and blessings come into your life. Okay. I heard one more. Okay. Thank you, Source. So what do we have? Oh, okay. Only a fool thinks they know everything. Yeah, so I feel like that's that energy of holding on to the resentment. It's like, oh no, I'm going to hold on to the resentment because they hurt me and this is going to hurt them. And it's like, only a fool thinks he knows everything. That's what's coming in here. It's like Source saying, like, you really think that you've got them fooled, but in reality, you're only fooling yourself. Like, you're only hurting yourself by holding on to this. And we have codependent patterns. Yeah, you guys are going to begin to understand some of your codependent patterns in this time. You guys are going to let go of things that have been harboring a lot of hurt and pain for a long time. Complete the cycle coming out. Yes, yes. You guys are letting go and you're completing the cycle, coming into a new phase in your life. Beautiful. It says you are worthy of loving yourself. Excellent energy here. Yes, you're so worthy of loving yourself. You are already a being of light and love. So begin loving yourself. So we have, I'm coming for you. Trust me. I feel like this is just someone new that will come in once you really pour into yourself in your life. And this is just Source kind of just clarifying that you are worthy of the love that you desire. But first you have to work on yourself, because you've been giving away too much of yourself to others. So it's just calm down. Don't get too focused on this. That's why this whole reading has not been talking about love. It's been talking about the hurt and the pain, what you're overcoming, what is being destroyed for you. But on down the line, okay, I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm not saying next year, I'm not saying 10 years from now, I'm saying on down the line, as you work on yourself, you'll set in motion divine timing, and that will bring in the person who's meant to be there for you. Says and then you say here, let go of expectations of who it could be. So you guys could be involved with somebody right now that you really think that it's supposed to be. And Source is saying, no, like there's somebody else that's going to be there more in alignment with you, but you have to be open to them. You have to allow them to come in by completing this cycle and letting go of all those people and things and feelings and thoughts that aren't serving you. Being codependent in a situation is not serving you at all. And really, there's a lot of codependency in regards to this pile because of the pain that happened to you as a child, and really believing that the only way that you can be loved is by having a sexual relationship with somebody. There are a lot of people who go through this, guys. That you're not alone. Like, I'm not here blaming you at all. It's just, again, I'm saying, like, that's what's coming out here, and I have to talk about what's coming out. I can't just sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you. That's not the type of reader that I am. If you guys want somebody who's going to sugarcoat it for you guys, then you best find another reader, because that's not going to be me. I focus on healing the self so that you guys can manifest the life of your dreams, right? It's not a journey for the lighthearted, but you've already been on a journey not meant for the lighthearted. So why are you going to deny yourself this healing? Why are you going to deny yourself the opportunity to overcome just because of a little fear? right? That's not fair. That's not fair to you. It's not fair to your journey. Allow yourself to overcome this and become the person that you're meant to become. No matter how scary it is, no matter how hard it may be to let go of the people that you really want it to be in your life. At the end of the day, if they're not going to be there for you, they're not going to be there for you no matter how much you give to them. Like, and that's what's so sad. You're a definite giving person. Like, you've got a lot of humanitarian energy around you. You guys could very well be Virgo. You don't have to be, but that is one of the signs coming out right now that I feel highly I need to tell you guys. And that's the thing, it's like, or you could have Virgo highly aspect in your chart, but there's this deep need to be of service to the world around you, and that's where you're going to find your fulfillment at. It's not actually with other people, but it's like, because you're such a giver, it's like this deep-rooted belief that, like, if I give to others, they're going to see my worth, and when they see my worth, I'm going to be loved. And that's not the case. Like, when you give to these people who can't give to themselves, they're just basically saying, oh, you know, like, I don't have to do nothing. I don't have to change anything. Pile 3 is going to give me everything I need. And that's not fair. That's not fair to you. That's not a fair energy to put you in. But it's up to you to make the change. And that's sometimes the hardest place to come from, because it's like, oh, damn, like, they're not ever going to change, so I have to change, but I don't want to change because that hurts too much. That means that I might be giving up something that could potentially be mine. The source is saying, like, if it's yours, it will come back around to you, right? And if you got to wait for it, you got to wait for it, but that's fine. If it's yours, if it's meant for you, it will come back around to you. You don't have to hold on to it thinking that that's the only way that you're going to keep it. Not when source has blessings promised for you around the way. Right? This coming out on the bottom. You got to breathe and connect with your inner child. Heal this part of yourself and see what changes it brings into your life. Forget about connecting with a partner. You know, and I think that's why a lot of people, they might not like my readings, is because I don't talk about love the way other people do, because I don't see love the same way that the collective does. I'm not here trying to sell you some notebook bullshit kind of story. Love is easy. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love is like giving and receiving. And that's not what people are telling other people. They're basically saying, hey, it's okay to stay in a toxic relationship because this is a soulmate. Well, everybody you freaking meet in your life is who you're meant to meet. So doesn't that technically make everybody a soulmate? What they're there to do is different, though. That doesn't mean, oh, just because this is a soulmate or a true love, that doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to give your life up for. In hopes of, you know. And I feel like you guys sometimes fall into that energy of believing that because that's what the whole collective is. But again, is that really your energy, or are you guys feeling everybody else's energy and harboring that yourself? Because then when you get hurt, it's like, why do I feel like you guys take advice of tarot readers and you stay in situations that don't serve you? Because, and you guys have to understand, sometimes the emotional ego will lead you guys to a reading that will serve its purpose and not just your intuition. It happens, guys. We're human. Look, I split the deck. The King of Swords comes out. Clarifying, yes, that is correct. Sometimes your emotional ego will lead you to a reading just to clarify its own sick purpose. To stay in this place of denial. Right? When you guys find readings like this that trigger you, those are oftentimes the ones that you're meant to hear that have been led to you by intuition. Why? Because there's healing there. Your intuition is forever trying to heal you, and it's like your emotional ego wants you to stay where you're at in a place of lack and suffering, right? Look, I split the deck and the world comes out in the reverse. They want you to stay in limited vision. They want you to be conceited. They want you to be in a place of hurt all the time. It's just, it's a defense mechanism of our ego. Our ego is put in place for our survival, right? But as we grow older, we have to really kind of like look at our actions and what's going on and say, okay, is this a survival tactic that is no longer serving me, or is this serving me? And most times you're going to see that survival tactic that you're freaking ego has put in place is actually hindering your process. Okay, and it's not easy. It's not easy to acknowledge that. Most people don't want to acknowledge that because that's where the hurt comes from. But I can tell you what, feeling that pain a second time around is not as bad as feeling it the first time around. And when you guys let it go, the freedom that it creates is absolutely amazing. We got freedom on the bottom, came out on the bottom over here, guys. Freedom. You guys are looking for freedom. You want freedom, but you first must sacrifice all the things you thought to be real. That's the illusion. And come into a place of trusting source and trusting the process and trusting that things are going to work out in your highest favor. I love you, Pile 3, and I'm sending you out prayers of strength and courage and light and love. And may Archangel Michael come down and wrap you in his loving wings and set you guys in motion on the next step of your journey. As I speak these words unto you, may they fall upon your heart, and may it become so. As it is spoken, so shall it be. Amen. Aho, Aseh. With all my heart, with all my love and my light, I send you guys on your way, and just know that I truly love you guys. If you haven't had anybody say that, I truly love you guys. You have a beautiful energy, and own yourselves because you deserve that. So I'm going to leave it there. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel, or if you're interested in a personal reading, all of that is going to be down in the description box below. It is not a requirement by any means. However, you guys can always support the channel free by liking to it, subscribing to it, sharing the content, and setting that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. That helps me connect with your energy to help give you more resonating readings. And that is always a great way to support the channel. I thank you so very much for your most precious asset, your time. Until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love. Until we meet each other next time. Mwah. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.